Welcome back. I'm Pete, and you're watching the Custom Car Channel. But we're going to work on a Bobcat today, and it's going to be awesome. Since this one's a Silverado, maybe you guys could just call me the Silverado man. Hey guys, welcome back. Got a 2001 Chrysler Sebring. It's got 201,884 miles, and today it's in for struts. So I had this car in, a month ago, and I found a bunch of stuff wrong. It's got more wrong with it than just the struts. But it's an old lady that drives it. She's retired, and she just drives around town, and she just wants to fix a couple things here and there. So I told her I'd help her out, and that's what we're going to do today. So right up here, if you can see that, but I just did a short. But yeah, both sides. I doubt it's ever had struts. I got some from Amazon. They're right over here. So I got these Shock Tech. They're high quality, complete strut assembly. And they're left and right on this car, 806-2504L, so I'm assuming that's the left. And that's what we'll do. We'll just start on the driver's side, and then I'll show you the video on that, and then I'll do the other side, and then we'll be done. But, it's been a few years since I replaced one of this style, like these. So the upper control arm is here. Hopefully them bolts come out. There's 4 bolts up here. I'm pretty sure I can get those out. Then it slips in down here. Yeah, it says left right there. So these are about a third of the price of what I could get locally with my discount. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, let's get started. And this car is a little sketchy when I got to go up. But we got to go up. So let's see if it falls off or not. Hope it don't. It's been a while since I had a car fall off the hoist. I was watching a video of some guy, a short video. Some guy dropped a square body. To me, it looked like the hoist arm broke in that short. Man, that's gotta be bad. But when I first started fixing cars, I was working for a shop. And we did repair. That's how I learned a lot of this stuff. This is back early 90s. I had a square body, and my boss, he was so proud. He bought this old used hoist, and it was a drive-on one, so it's a 4-post, and it was old, so it didn't have hydraulics. So how it lifted the cars, there was big cables. I don't know if there was 4 cables or just 2. I think there was 4. So each upright had a cable that pulled up on the bed, and the office was here. Then we had our pop machine and I don't know what else, and then the hoist, and the bench was up front where my tools were. Anyways, I lifted it up, and I went under there, and I started to figure out. I can't remember what I had to do, but I started looking at it, and all I remember is hearing this ting ting ting, and I'm like, I just started running. But anyways, the one cable broke on the side, on the rear side by the pop machine, and the truck slid off and crushed the pop machine. Now, this was a big heavy duty truck and had some, I don't know, all kinds of, like maybe big bars for running boards and stuff like that. It didn't hurt the truck at all, and she kind of slid off there and landed on the pop machine, and the truck and me were both safe. The boss came running out of the office, and he never said one word. He went and grabbed the 4670 or 20. It was a big John Deere loader on it. He ripped that thing right out of the floor and drug it out into the parking lot, and that's the last I ever seen of it. We got a new one after that. All right, let's get started. That's enough of that story. It's just interesting since I seen that nice red square body flip over on its side. That was terrible. I think the truck's fixable though. I'm gonna kind of jerk it up a little bit. I don't think they'll fall out. There's like a big washer that's holding them in. But the front of the unibody's kind of rusty, so just want to make sure I'm not gonna crush in too bad. Yeah, I think I'm going to let it down and reposition. I can hear a little crunching. I don't like that. Maybe I'll have to get a block under there. Putting a 2x4 in there. All right, I think that's the best I'm going to do. I'll put a couple 2x4s under the front, so the front's going to pick up a little sooner than the back. I think we got her now. That might have been the mistake the guy with the square body did. Cody, that was his name. I think that was a real video too, but he should have, you know, seen if it was loose when he had it close to the ground. So usually when I do struts, the first thing I'll do, we'll knock these loose, so I think that's what we'll do right now. Uh-oh. Just needed more power. I think we'll try somewhere in there. Let's get this wheel off here. I can kind of look in there right now, and it looks like we might take that control arm out with the strut. I just didn't want to come off there. Oh, those brakes don't look very good. I don't know what we're going to do yet. Yeah, we definitely have to take this control arm off with the strut. So we're going to be taking this off, and then down here where it's going through the wishbone. All right, let's clean up these threads and then get some penetrating oil on there. We're not going to mess around today. We're going to use the good stuff. Alright, let's see if we can hit this with the hammer. There's a little boss right there. There we go. I did hit it a little bit. Let's just see. How much pressure? Not too much. Let's just take it off. Oh, we got a bad CV boot in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, she's all... That CV boot is done. Okay. So I guess what we probably should do is loosen this axle nut. Kind of looks like somebody's had that off. Let's just loosen it up, and we'll shove the axle in that way. That way we're not pulling on that bad CV boot. I'm gonna get the air hammer. Alright, let's give this a little shot with the air hammer. Alright. That's about as tight or as far out as we can go. That should be enough. Alright, next we'll get the pinch bolt out. It's not moving yet. She's a no-go. Let's just see what happens when we put the impact on the other side. That's the ticket. I got it. Alright, the next problem is going to be separating this. We can try to sneak a chisel in here or a pry bar and spread that. So I think that's the best option. Depends how rusted up this here is on the bottom, how easily it'll slip out. And that looks like it's swollen up really bad. There's a lot of rust on there. not going to come out easily. I can see it is cracked. I won't say loose, but it cracked. So that's the other problem. Maybe we'll run that bolt down tight on the top. Alright, I just tightened that last remaining bolt on the top. So yeah, it's cracked loose now. So yeah, we may have to take that bottom wishbone bolt out. Hopefully not. But we may have to. It kind of looks like we do. Alright guys, I think we're going to have to take this bottom bolt out for the wishbone. So that looks a little rusty crusty. I hope I don't run into any problems. I can't hold on to the wrench anymore. Get the big dog. Ah, it came loose. I didn't think it would, but she grabbed her. It's got the splines. Whoa. Alright, now all we got to do is just knock this down and swap her out. No problemo. Alright, let's get that bolt out of the top. If I can reach it. Oh, the bolt landed right there. Alright, we just got one more obstacle. Just one. So yes, it does look correct. Well, let's get these out of there. And what we want to do, so when we're changing this part, it's just slightly lower. We just want to put it back in the same spot so we don't stretch our bushings. Alright guys, I don't know where I let off. I had to order the upper control arms because the ball joints were shot. Didn't have that out of my estimate, and my customer's going to be unhappy, but I can't let it go with bad ball joints, especially when you gotta to replace the ball joints or the upper control arm. You have to pull the strut out, so that's what we're doing. So it needed them, so while the strut was out, I ordered some in. Napa took most of the day to bring them to me. I mean, I guess I'm lucky I could get them, considering it is a 2001. So I did get the other side all put back, all changed out and put back together, and so we'll go ahead and finish this side up and go on a test drive. So it was a little miserable on the other side. So we'll just start where we left off. I got everything apart on this side. The first thing I'd clean this. And I already gave her a couple wire brushes off the camera. We will put a little Never Seas in there. Just because I said so. Alright, so we'll just stick that back on here. So next we need to put the control arm on this piece. And this is the back side where the bolt T-tent is. And go ahead and get rid of the sticker. So this is what I got. It's a premium grade. 260-5797. Comes with a greasable ball joint. So same thing as the other side. So I just gave these just a little tweaking, like that. Like that. And once you get both bolts lined up, they slide right in. And we'll angle that down just like it was. Be sure to tighten them to spec. I'll go get the spec for you. It doesn't say. So a similar bolt, for that similar bolt, the torque is 65 to 75 foot-pounds. I torqued it. Alright, next I think we're ready to get back into the car. So, the top bolt, I'm going to get ready. I'm going to never seize it. I'll stick it through the hole. Next we'll stick this in there. I use this. I'm going to take the little sticker off right here. I got that off there. So this is where I had trouble on the other side. So what I did, what worked the best, is I stuck it on there like that. And then I used my big channel locks. Alright, almost got it. This side's going a little bit harder than the other side. A little bit more. I think it might have been caught a little bit. I think I'll get it now. Oh. I think I got it. Now we need to line up the bolt. So it's got a little notch back there. I'm just going to put a little number C's on there again. The other side, when I was putting that bolt in, it splattered never sees all over me. Torque that bolt to 75 foot-pounds. Alright, now we got to get the bottom one in. I'll put a little bit on there too. It says to torque this one to 65. So next we'll just put this ball joint back together. I always like to make sure my cotter key hole is straight. There. Grab the nut. Make sure the axle's going in. Put the cotter key in. Next, we'll put the grease fitting in. It's just a 3/8. So next, it's okay to grease it now. See the boot expand, you're good. We'll give the tie rod a little. Alright, I think you did a good job. Looks like we need to clean up the rotor surface and the wheel. We'll give this a little protection. I suppose it would be a good idea to put the axle nut back on. Next. .145 to 180 is what the torque is. Don't ask me. Alright, we're ready to go down. Alright, that cotter key, not gonna fly. Alright, the original ones didn't have a cotter key, but if yours new ones do, it's really close to the tire. Make sure you bend it the other way. Next, we want to put all these bolts back in. I'm gonna line the imprints back up exactly how they were. Alright, there's this side. You know, maybe there's really no alignment on the top. Because when I tightened that bolt, it sunk it in. So that's what the little alignment dowels are for. So there's no alignment on the top or the bottom. So I think we're good to go. It's still a good idea to get an alignment. I'm going to go ahead and torque the wheels the first time to 100 foot-pounds. After I let it all the way down. I'm going to check the oil because this is 2.7 liter. I think I must have rebuilt 50 of them. We just want to make sure it's good oil. She's exactly on the full, that's good. And it's clean. Alright, let's get ready to go for a drive. It's been all day. Alright, here we go. So far, so good. And you guys are just barely hanging on to that seat. Well, the back needs new struts too, but they weren't as bad as these, so we're letting them slide this around. The car needs all motor mounts, possibly a subframe. And I made her aware of everything. She can't afford a new car. She wants to ride this one out just as far as it will go. Yeah, I've rebuilt a few of these 2.7 liters, and this is the first engine I encountered that had what you call a crack rod. So, and when I was rebuilding them, I had a couple benches. The whole tops of the benches would just be full of parts. I found out why it was full of oil and it was clean. It's because I changed it. Oh, let's see. Changed it a month ago, over a month and a half ago. Yep, so steering wheel straight, the car does not pull. I could still recommend them alignment. I was a little bit wrong on the top bolts. They got a guide pin, a couple guide pins. And them guide pins, there's no alignment on them top bolts. Not unless you break off them guide pins. we don't need to go any farther. So yeah, we accomplished our mission. We had to get a couple new parts. She's going to be a little upset with me, but I have to replace those. That's something I can't not replace. Yeah, there's not a clunk in the car right now. So we definitely accomplished something. Just replacing those struts because they were so loose on top. That's a major improvement. I could tell. I drove this thing before and it was rattling, clunking, banging. So we did good today. Although it took all day, Napa didn't come. I think I called Napa at about 10:30, and they didn't get here until 4:30. They're the only ones that could have got me one, or I looked everywhere. I probably should have been a little smarter about it and just got those anyway. So yeah, I did. It's all okay. We made it. So one more car left for today, and I can call her quits. Yeah, the next car, the lady hit a pothole. After she hit that pothole, she's got a grinding noise, a clunking noise, and a clanking noise. Yeah, it's not good. All I can diagnose is I think the wheel bearing went out. I'm not sure where them clanking and clunking noises are coming from. Told her I'd have to get it up on the lift and look at it. So she didn't have an appointment. It's kind of an emergency. So get that one in next. And I have to have that off the rack for tomorrow because I already scheduled somebody for tomorrow. I can't believe you guys stayed on that seat. So I'm going to retorque these wheels and put the hubcaps back on and call this lady and have her come and get it. This guy what is he driving, like 10 miles an hour? Let's park right behind the Jeep. Alright guys, there you go. We replaced the struts in a 2001 Chrysler Sebring. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and hope this helps somebody out, and you guys can catch me next time. See you later.